Whew, boy, I swear this channel is gonna... I'm uploading music to this channel. I swear it. I swear it. And I swear that I'm going to someday groom my hair before I do a video. But something's more important here. Jus Reign. Jus Reign recently uploaded, I don't know if you can see in the background, just recently, like a week ago, uploaded a video called In Defense of T-Series. And I have so many problems with this video. I have so many problems with Jus Reign's, like, I guess, position in this. And, you know, I am such a fan of Jus Reign. But despite that, like, I think he's one of the funniest, best YouTubers on YouTube. He's on Dave Chappelle level funny. That's how funny he is. He's like amazing. But again, I say I have a problem with this video, and I actually think it's a little bit more. It's something about who he is as a person more than just T-Series in general. And I think T-Series was, this video and the T-Series whole phenomenon was just a eventuality for this video, actually, because he is who he is. And my point is literally that he's actively participating in racism. And what do I mean by that? Well, in the video, he details that people on the top, PewDiePie is on the top, right? And he says, you guys, he talks about you white guys, and he talks about colonization and how now this T-Series beating PewDiePie will be I guess, a result against the colonization that happened in the past. And so it's now the Indians now take back power, in sort of speak, in terms of what he's talking about. And so what my problem with that is that, first of all, he brings in race, and then also he says, yes, I know it's a low-hanging fruit. He says it in the video, but then he still participates in race. And this is what I have a problem with. First of all, PewDiePie is Swedish. Sweden had nothing to do with colonization. All right, let's get that out the window. All right. Second of all, Jus Reign is from Canada, but he's ethnically, yes, he's from India, right? And yes, ethnically, in his terms, he's brown. I'm brown also. My skin color is brown. So what do you mean by, I never really understood where people from the Middle East and people from India can be brown, but people in America who are still brown are black. I don't understand that, and I have a problem with that, and I'm gonna make another video about that right after this one. And so the reason why I'm switching is because my arm gets tired. This whole thing is like, it's highlighting who he is as a person. He has been doing this for a long time, and he usually vilifies white people. And not just white people, I just mean people with ivory skin who descended from Europe. Because, you know, usually the term white that came from the Jim Crow South in America is now just, it basically went around the whole world. And so basically now everybody uses the terms black, white, and that's all from the Jim Crow era. So now he's using Jim Crow era lingo to like describe people around him and people in the world. But you know, for one thing, it's so messed up to actually participate in racism when you're vilifying somebody based on their race alone. Like, I don't get how I don't get how he gets off on saying that there shouldn't be any type of like racial inequalities, right? But then also he participates in making somebody else the racial inequality, you know? Someone else above another race. You know, we need this race against this race. India against all white people. But that's not, the thing about it is, this is not about race. This is not about race. Even to what he is talking about, this whole thing is all about a company, and not only just a company, a conglomerate company in a country against one person from Sweden. What does race have to do about anything here, man? This is the problem I have. It's that there's a boom, there's a technology boom, there's a mobile phone boom inside India. More people are getting online, more people have access to get online, and literally that's the reason why T-Series is growing, because it's a country, right? It's the country against one person. So why is Jus Reign continuously making this about a race against another race? And we need to win. Our guys need to win. Our race needs to win against that race. And that's so racist. It literally is propagating a racial superiority in such a small platform like YouTube. And it's just disappointing, because also he has a problem. He has a great gripe with H3H3. And how H3H3 was talking about the culture. He said literally the culture. He said the culture and the people that usually come from Bollywood usually look like janitors. And he was looking at the way that they were dressed, and he was just seeing that as a uniform. And because he's from the Western culture and he's talking about something that is, I guess he was just picking from the air some type of gripe, I guess. Why do they always look like janitors? Why do they always look uniform, I guess? And that probably isn't the best joke. No, it's not. Probably not. Against somebody from another country, probably would have a problem with that. But is it something about race that he's talking about? He even mentions all these guys from Israel. They always do this dance. But he's talking about a different culture. Again, he's not talking about... He's Jewish himself. So, like, he's talking about his own ethnicity. So he's basically dissing himself if you're looking at it racially. But culturally, he's not, because he's American. So this is a Western culture versus an Asian culture, a South Asian culture. That's what this whole thing is about. And so Jus Reign just has a hang-up of race, and so that's what he latches onto. And that's what I have a problem about with this whole thing. With that video, it's just he even says, yes, I know it's low-hanging fruit to talk about race. He knows it's wrong, but he still activates in racism, which is, it's something that I notice every time somebody who does do something, and who does say something racist, they know in their head that it's wrong, but they do it anyway. And because in the short term, it gives you power. Yeah, it gives you power. It can give you power to be grouped with a large mass of people who are like you, right? And that could make you feel more powerful, more progressive. You can feel like you yourself are going somewhere, but it doesn't take you individually anywhere, because he is not even in the culture anymore. He's not even living in India. He lives in Canada, or probably now. I think he actually does. I think he did move to LA or something. So it's like, at what point is he gonna accept that the nuances that he's saying, and especially with his video content, the nuances that he's saying are not about race. It's only about culture, actually. And that's what this whole thing comes down to. It's just culture against culture, and then T-Series versus PewDiePie is not even a culture thing. It's just a company versus one person. One person, man. And that's what this whole thing about. That's why people want this one guy to beat the big, huge company, because it's like PewDiePie is going against NBC or CBS. That's what T-Series is like. And that's why they have they have all these like widely just perfectly done movies and music videos and shows to put out every day, daily, multiple videos a day. And PewDiePie only has one video to upload every day. And that's what is the fight. That's the fun about it. No one ever talked about race. No one even talked about culture. It's just a company versus one person.